And today we are here to speak about structure. Donc, before I start, the real reason I am here is not because I'm like kind of expert in structuring or Notion. I think it's far from it, but it's more because like a few months ago with the team, I found myself having to create like a new structure because we were launching a new activity. In fact, you are this new activity. We had to redo the startups program, and both in terms of pedagogy, management, but I will skip the details. And I realized that in order to create something new in a company, you have to implement like kind of a structure, a minimum one though, that will potentially like grow with the development of the activity. In addition to the creation process. So on the menu today, we see why do we need to structure your business, what is like the tool obesity that we all know, and I'm going to do like a Notion's quick onboarding and the presentation of a typical minimum structure that we can have thanks to Notion. And we have a 5 point, which is a bonus. So why do I need to structure my business? So guys, you all are in the middle of launching your company, and you are like, and you're entering in an important creation process. And it's therefore, I think necessary to limit like unnecessary mistakes because structural mistakes are not the ones that will make you like learn, but more like waste time. Because we all know this sentence, to learn you have to fail, but a lack of organization is not a failure, it's a lack like of rigor, and a lack of rigor and failure are two diametrically opposite things. So we have to create process, this famous word. To be honest, we always like heard far too much about like process word. I process this and I process that to optimize this and like to optimize that. But what the hell does that mean? At first, I thought it was just like another trendy word from the startup nation and we had to integrate it. But not really. In fact, it's really important to get what it is. And I found like a definition, a funny one, don't move. It said like it's a technique or method used to carry like out a task or a series of tasks in order to achieve like a given result. And depending on the context, it can also mean method. Okay, so this definition, with this definition, I still don't get it, but I think process is like blockchain you must practice to understand. So for me, the real and the good definition about process, it's like to stop talking about process, but more about method. We need a method to restart an action already done while saving time. For example, to illustrate this little definition, I'm sure you are all like put away an invoice or other document in the wrong place. It can be a document that has a habit of being found and used several times, and to spend like literally 10 minutes to find it. And by the way, even once you find it, it doesn't mean like that you will put it away properly. Ask Yara, she knows a lot about it. And you know why? It's because for you, it's not a priority. For you, structuring yourself, your company, implementing your like business architecture at your level of structuring, it's manageable. But what will happen when you will scale up, guys? I like this sentence, think your business design structure as a website. It simply means that you will never publish a website if it's not graphically attractive. You will never publish a website if it's not understandable to read. And you will never publish a website if it's not like useful to, like, for example, generate leads. So now I think you can pretend that your website as your structure are the same, like the same fight, and have the same impact. In fact, they have the same impact. for example, for all your stakeholders who will interact with your company structure, like interns, employees, partners, etc. Imagine you have joined a company where the structure is not like disciplined. The risk is just to spend like 5 or 6 more times to welcoming, onboarding your new employee and showing him, her, all the tools and all of the business routines. Whereas with the process method or the process / method, it will only take like few hours. And we are lucky because we have the tools, but this does not mean that we should go overboard. So we have to stop like the tool obesity, because again, I know you guys, I know that you are using 100 tools. I know that I know that when you put all the tools together, it begins to lose all their meaning. And tools that those tools let you know that you'll be more productive thanks to them. But I used to like use Asana to my tasks, HubSpot for my CRM, Todoist for a to-do, but the different from Asana, Evernote to take my note, etc. But they're all really great tools, but for the project management, I think one is enough. And that is why I'm going to introduce you to Notion. And I think with all of those tools, I wasn't using them like effectively. I was using them because I had them, and because I don't know, like it would be like what? Yes. So, what is Notion? Did you also see my screen, guys, or not? Because I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, yes, it's okay.
Yeah, with the Notion one.
Yeah.
If I
yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, Notion. Sorry for the one though that's already using Notion, but like to bring a quick Notion onboarding for the people that doesn't know the tools. Maybe for those who use it, can you, 1 or 2 people, I don't know, turn their mic and I don't know, like give us a 2-line definitions? I don't know if we have someone in the audience. No?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
So
We
in
speak.
2 lines. So yeah, I'm Anwar.
Yes.
In 2 lines, Notion is like the super tool to for our productivity and structuring whatever you need. So beginning from tasks to even advanced project management.
Yes.
To even code integration also.
Yeah. Nice.
I think it's also interesting because it doesn't have to do with just business, but it can be your personal space as well. So it can be a tool for you to organize both your company, but your also personal tasks.
Yeah. And all the experts speak about the fact to be more productive. So Notion, I think for now, or for instance, it's a tool focused for people and productivity. That is why I wanted to play with it and allow you guys to use it for your company organization. So as Anwar and Sarah said, Notion is like kind of an app which allow you to take notes, manage your tasks, organize your project, your calendar, etc., etc. And I think it's like a global tool to get like well organized. And so the tool is young though, and there is like a rather religious phenomenon around the tools. Like now we have like a community of experts, like purists, which provide the most optimized like use, and they are already bring tools of optimizations. So they have experts which provide the most optimized use and like, as I said, like bring in like, yeah, the optimization. So what we have to know in Notion, the more important, it's very customizable. It's the aim of the tools. So we have 2 very important features to remember. It will integrate if you want, we're going to use Notion. So we have databases. It's a way to avoid having to duplicate the same work. And when you want to say the same thing, but on different workspace. We have like templates to avoid like repeating the same organization several times. We have pages. You can create some, but not too many. I will explain later. And what is good is that every story in Notion starts with the page. So for example, I'm gonna like just building a page. You can say hi and create like a subtitle, hi again, and etc. etc. So okay, what is good with Notion that it's that the founder made sure that you have the best possible experience for the most user friendly as possible. So before I start like introduce you to the Notion that I built for the workshop, to be clear, I have no shares in Notion and I am not trying to sell you the tool. I'm paying for it, so don't panic. I'm sampling using as a springboard to present a business structure. After sourcing a lot of tools, it is for me the best alternative to organize your business and stay productive at the same way. And I apologize in advance if the presentation is too tool oriented and maybe less structured. So as you can see here, I created from scratch the notion of a startup that is among us. It's Elementaire. This will allow you to project yourself as accurately as possible. So Nargis, who is the founder of Elementaire, was kind enough to let me do my like creepy experiment structure. So I started from scratch, and in order not to be biased, I did not look at the notion she herself created, but because in fact Nargis already had the notion, but I built another one. So maybe, Nargis, if you are here, can you just turn on your mic and present yourself quickly, and especially Elementaire to let people know you?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Nargis. I'm the founder of Elementaire, which is a brand of basics for kids. We are on the one side, we are a brand, and as you see, we are making some colorful underwear and activewear for kids, but we are also a sustainable fund to support equality for kids. I was really interested, and thank you, Ines, for onboarding me on this Notion. I effectively, I'm using Notion like for, I don't know, like 6 months, for the last 6 months, but I really use it, and I'm convinced that it's a really great opportunity to do everything on only one app. And currently, when you expose your introduction, considering the fact that we are using more and more new apps every month, there is a new app to use. Notion is for me a really good way to centralize all the information for my personal life, but also for the professional and business side.
Okay.
Clearly.
Thank you, Nargis. So as you have all understood, I designed the construction of this Notion for the management of a company that will be like B2C and with a small team. So up here, okay. Okay, I'm gonna zoom on the sidebar. So here in Notion, you have a sidebar, which is all of your workspace. So I think I thought like many workspace that are the main one. So you have the home, which is a dashboard and like a way to globalize all the main info for your team, etc. The Marcom, which is marketing and communication, like you have all of your marketing and com strategy, the strategy part though, and the operational part with the content follow-up. You have the product because, as you know, Elementaire is a brand for children and it has a substantial supplier management to deal with. Human resources, sorry, for the talent follow-up, and the money, which is here the minimum financial projection you need. So let's go on the home page up here. So the home page is a dashboard with, I think you need to put like a friendly tone because it's just for the team. And it's like a sum up of for what is happening in the company and a way to digitally like provide a kind of corporate culture. So you have the big the big picture, which is like all we have to know about the company, the team. If you have, I don't know, like ID, you can put, for example, if I click here, like ID to optimize the company. You have like, you know, like a friendly dashboard with the weather and like a music, for example. And to make you feel better, this is not my playlist because I didn't log in my real Spotify account, so it's a randomly playlist. You have like a really like friendly weekly lunch to share with the team, etc. You have the team organization, which is like all the team to do. So you can see like Nargis tasks, for example, or Chiara tasks. And I like categorized it with the, like a classical to do, with like, yeah, the to do, etc. Oh, Nargis, can you switch off your mic, please? Or I don't know. Okay, thank you. You have the call. Why focus on calls and put it in the like the home page? Because it's like a way to track who new people are gonna interact in the company, like new customer, partner, I don't know. Also, we all make, I know, like we all make call, a lot of call, and many of them are useless. Following them and tracking, taking notes also allow us to, like, I don't know, recurrently realize how much time we waste being on the phone and if this call is okay or not. For example, if I use the call with Les Galeries Lafayette, we have like an organization for the call. So like an order du jour. So person attending on their role, meeting notes inside, next step, because you have to structure a call, you have to have a purpose and the next steps. And here, for example, it's a template. So at the moment you want to create a new call, you can just create template here and have the structure of your call follow-up. So it's lagging, sorry. Here, yeah. And today's publication here, because Nargis, as a B2C brand company, or Elementaire though, content is your main focus. Because you have to promote and develop your notoriety. So having a published content follow-up and put it like in the main organization of the company, it's again a good way to track the content and to judge and to report all of the content. So, so here we have a small example of what a database could look like. So here you have all of the content, and you have the link that redirecting you with here all the database. So you can like organize it like yearly or for the upcoming for today's publication, because it was like today's publication. And if I click here, I go there. So here it's a content database, because you have database in Notion is really important, as I said earlier. This allows you to have like all the data on a specific subject, or on a specific, all subject combined. I have decided to cut my database according to the poll. So here we have the content database, but here we have all of the CRM database, or the production database, which means like energy suppliers.
I have a question.
Yes.
The database is based on Airtable, or it's all integrated in Notion?
No, it's just Notion database. So you can, for example, here, I will show you an example. Don't move. I can create a table. Oh, there, yeah. You know, and you add all the categories you need and all the lines you want. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. So Yeah, and I was saying, yeah, so you have all of your database here. So I create on purpose a workspace named all database that you are, in fact, all your database. And I decided to subcategorize it, but you can just have a page named all database and put all of your information you need. Like you can mix all of your information and put, I don't know, like for example, tag and have like a global database for all of your structure organization. Okay, I think I'm done for the home workspace. Again, I think I thought about Markham workspace, which like bring you an overview of all what is happening in your marketing and communication pole. So, for example, your visual identity, all of the visual elements which gather with the all elements you need, for example, for slides, design or visual content. For example, here we have the logo, so you don't spend like 2 hours to find your logo. Up here you have the color of the company. So take time. So yeah, you have the basic color of the company. Here you have the typo, pictogram, slides template to be like just keep a current charter in the design of a presentation. You have a picture library here and etc. The video library there. You have in marketing and communication a strategy part and an operational part. So, for example, like here you have the best practice to create a good content. And you have, again, here, the upcoming content, because it's really important to track. It allows you to track all of your content, and you can filter it at the period you need. For example, here it's last month content, but you can put it yearly if you want, or all content. So you're going to have a view of all of your content, etc., etc. We have a product workspace because Nargis dealing with, as I said, supplier and anything. So here I just imagine what could be a supplier product follow-up. So for me, you have all of the creation process. You have the supplier handling with the goods follow-up. You have to keep an eye on the delivery date, etc. And you have here, I just add the Airtable link of Nargis, which is charge. All of the product reference. Voilà. And here, for example, I make like a funny or like visual ongoing collection follow-up. So you have like the picture of the collection. You have all of the collection like paperwork, the orders. So she knows now how orders is ongoing, and the stock. She knows she can redact with the production database. Okay, again another work. Sorry. Again, I created a money workspace, which is the the minimum overview of all your finance like hub. So you have your financial records, like the most. I think here you can put like the most important records you need to sum up your finance or to change. For example, here I put the Elementaire BP, but I think it's a bit confidential, so no. The business model, which is here, and the cash, for example, the cash flow forecast. As you can see, you can add link. What I can link in Notion, because if you want to use like the free trial, you have a limited stock like content. So you can what I did, I created an elementary cloud, and it's a way to stock the real document and just redirect with a link. So little tips to know. Here you have, for example, an overview of your loss and profits, of Nargis loss and profit though. So it's a fake numbers, but it's like a way to just again have a minimum view of what is happening in your company. So the profit and the loss. Now, one of the most important workspace for me, I think it's human resources, because you are into like launching your company and you are really focused on like your company. But maybe, I don't know, you're gonna hire like intern or even employees. So to structure even your human resources, it's very, very important. So for example, you're gonna put meeting, but you have to understand why you're meeting, what is the purpose of this meeting. So if you want to have like your team really like involved in the company, you have to explain them like really well what is the meeting about, and every meeting. You have to like track your talent recruiting. So like, for example, have a sum up of a job description. Yeah. After that, the most important part for me is the talent onboarding, because when you are welcoming an intern, for example, you have to onboarding well, because you're gonna like save time. You're gonna a good onboarding, I think it's a time saver. So you can start with the mail, for example, hello X, welcome to Atelier, etc. So you have to onboard them on all of your tools. I don't know, like the corporate culture, etc. And the things that the newbies has to know, for example. I created like a first week checklist, which is, for example, a checklist that the talents, the newbies have to do during the week, his first weeks, for example. And I think it's the best way to onboard a newbies. And the physical onboarding, etc. And same work with like the outboarding. So yeah. And what else? For this Notion, guys, I will give you the template, and for some of them, I can like help you to implement this kind of template in their structure. So now I think you have a view of what minimum structure could look like. I could like talk about this for hours, but the project yourself, to project really yourself accurately, you need to practice and integrate a form of organization. In the week, I think I will make like kind of a LinkedIn post and give the Notion view.